Peyton?
Number one.
Joe's getting jealous, aren't you? Peyton?
Okay, well, good afternoon. Now, my name is Jason, and my colleagues that are going to be helping me are going to be Matt and also Ashley. We are three falconers from a centre not too far from here, all the way back in Ringwood, called Liberty's Owl, Raptor and Reptile Centre. Now, within this falconry centre, we do have lots and lots of birds of prey. We have around 160 birds of prey, we have around 50 different species, and just over 60% of our collection is in fact rescue. Now, the majority of the birds that you're going to see during this display is in fact some of the rescue birds that we do in fact have within our collection, including the first one, which goes by the name of Bolt. Now, Bolt here, he may leave this arena. I am going to try and encourage him to leave the arena. Sometimes he doesn't. But we are going to try and encourage him to leave this arena. We're going to try and get him to use the trees that are surrounding us. We'll see if he can go up into the trees and also snoop back down into the middle of this arena. Now, when he does venture up, when he does go up and use these trees, because I do have complete faith in this bird of prey, that he is going to leave the arena and use those trees. If he does, he's going to come very low over the tops of your head. If this bird here or any of my other birds flies very low over the tops of your heads, please stand or sit completely still. I promise none of these birds will fly into you. They're just going to glide very low over the tops of your heads, and they may even fly between you. So like I say, just stand, sit completely still. They'll just glide very, very close. Now with this guy, with his name being called Bolt, he is a harrison. He is a bird that you're going to find all the way out in America. You're going to find this bird in the centrals throughout South America. You're going to find it in places like Arizona, Texas, and also Mexico. You need to let go of the glove. There we go. Yeah, so you will find this guy all the way through centrals throughout South America. It is also a bird of prey that is very popular. They are very common out in the wild. There is lots and lots of them. They're doing very, very well for themselves. Now, if you venture out to America, you see this bird of prey, you're incredibly lucky. Now, you're incredibly lucky for two reasons. Firstly, you're seeing a wild bird of prey. Secondly, it's because of how this bird's going to hunt. It's a very, very unique technique to this bird of prey, and it's because this species flies and hunts within a pack. It's the only bird of prey on the planet to fly and hunt within a pack, and a pack is no different to a pack of dogs or a pack of wolves. It is a family pack. You're looking at mother, father, aunt, uncle, and also brother and sister. So this is a bird of prey that likes to catch things like rabbits. Out in America, this bird's going to catch a jackrabbit. A jackrabbit is very similar in appearance to our British rabbit. They just look bigger, they run a lot quicker. This bird of prey here is so good at catching these jackrabbits. Harrisons are the third top pack hunter on this planet. The number one is the dog. Number two is the wolf. Number three is your storks. So this is a bird of prey that is very successful in catching the koi that they for. Yeah, so they're very successful in catching the koi that they are looking for. Now this bird of prey, he does need his friends, he does need his family to help him catch his food. He's going to leave the arena. He's got a nice big tree behind us. One there. Now we're here, he'll return. Because in that direction, there was the few. You going past? You're going to go up to another tree. Check it out. So this guy, he does need his friends, he does need his family in the wild when he's catching a jackrabbit. It's because a jackrabbit is a very large piece of koi for this small bird of prey to obviously catch. This is a bird that today is flying at 1 pound 6 ounces. A jackrabbit can weigh anywhere up to 6 pounds in weight. You're looking at that being 4 times the size of this bird's own body weight. So it definitely helps if he's got other birds around him to obviously help him secure his favourite food. Now when these guys fly around and they look for their rabbits, there is various things for this guy to actually perch on. Now out in America where he sits, he may sit at the top of the tree, like we are trying to get him to do here today. You need to fly off of that poster and fly past me. Another thing that this bird may like to sit on, and one of his favourite seats, is in fact a cactus. Now, as a human, we all know that cactus, it is very, very spiky. Your harris hawk is an intelligent bird of prey, so they also know that a cactus is also spiky. So you're probably thinking, why on earth is this bird going to want to sit on the top of it? But what I want you to do is look at the harris hawk, look at Bolt, look at his legs. You're going to notice that this bird's legs is designed to sit on top of those cactuses. He has some very long, thin legs. On the end of the long, thin legs, this bird has some very long, thin toes. Now, with him having these long, thin legs, long, thin toes, they're the opposite to the other birds. They're the opposite to the other hawks. You look at some of the other ones that you find in America, like your red-tailed hawk, like your fruitless hawk. You look at our European buzzards. We do have a few of those within our country, the one that obviously saw the hawk-like ones high on that thermal. A thermal is a hot air that rises up into the atmosphere. As soon as the birds hit the thermal, they rise with it. The hawks like that have the legs opposite. They have short legs. On the end of it, they have some very small, thick toes. So it's the opposite to your harris hawk. So with him having the long legs, the long toes, he can sit amongst those spikes. It gives this bird a comfortable seat, or a much more comfortable seat than if he had the shorter legs. Come on. Nice big tree. Use it perfectly, yeah.
He's confused.
He turns up into the small tree. He's not silly. He's close to that. And a tree is a tree, I suppose. Are you going to come back out of that one without scaring everyone? Let's see it first. We need to get some visuals. Now, when this bird flies around, you obviously lands on the cactus. If you do venture to America, and you do see this bird sat on top of the cactus, but you'll actually never find this bird sitting next to each other. You coming out the tree? You're never going to see them sitting next to each other. What you're actually going to find these guys doing is toppling on top of each other. So this afternoon, or early this evening, you're actually going to see that all of you guys around the edge of this arena, oh, he's using a better tree now, he's taking the food as well. You're going to notice you're all sat next to each other, or you're standing next to each other. We have suicidal crows. It does save on the food bill, but bolting is a family demonstration. So once you finish that piece of food, please return back to the arena. Yeah, so all of you today, you're stood next to each other, or you're sat next to each other. If you look at a cactus in America, you are not he's taken off, at least he doesn't have a crow in his seat. Okay, that's the last time you're going to see our harris hawk.
Let's go. Crows are bothering him.
Oh, they're getting brave. They found some friends. I knew I should have brought a falcon. Oh, you're going to snoop back into the arena? Yeah, so you're never going to find this guy sitting next to each other on top of a cactus because the cactus is spiky. What you're going to find these guys doing is toppling on top of each other. And if Bob here was in the wild and he was sat on the cactus, we're going to pretend this perch here, he's just landed on is a cactus, he's going to be the first there. He needs to get as comfortable as possible. Once this bird of prey is as comfortable as possible, he's going to give the right signals back to the rest of the family. Once he's given those signals back to them, what now is going to happen is something unique to this bird. They're going to come along, they're going to bundle straight on top of it. Now, as soon as they sit on top of it, they stack on each other's shoulders. The stack of harris hawks does go fairly high. Once they're on top of that cactus, they move to another one, not fair to let this bird have another turn, so what they do is they act it like a little rotor. This bird here will move to the top. He's going to be on top of the harris hawk, so he's now nice and comfortable. The bird that's on top of him, let go of the club first. Yeah, the bird that's on top of him goes to the bottom, that bird's turn to be spiked. And so on until it finally gets back to this bird's turn. Now, if he is sat on a cactus, he is hungry, he's going to be looking for food. He's going to use his vision. This bird's vision is 5 times stronger than a human's. To give you a little idea of how good the vision is, if this bird of prey today could read, he'd be able to read the small print of a newspaper at around 500 feet away. So it just gives you a little idea of how good the vision is. It's exactly what he uses to spot his prey. Now we are going to do one last flight with Bolt, so we're asking him to come back into this corner. And if you guys will be kind enough, give Bolt here a massive round of applause. We are going to pop him away. We're going to move on to another bird you're going to find in America. You're going to find these guys in the northern parts of America, though.
Yeah, we're going to Manhattan.
third. That's what he said.
Don't fly off. Matt, did you get the frugeness, please? Is he still going? Oh, he's still going. No, that's a seagull. Same coloration, so we're close.
He's going. He's gone.
Matt, he's gone in that direction. Right, if you go grab him for us, please. I'm wandering back to the arena. Yes. Oh, the crow's coming. Oh, he's running around on the floor. No, is that crow running towards him? Oh, he's found some dinner.
It's coming.
No, just don't eat any chips. No, he's just sitting there. He's waiting for Matt to go and get him.
Right.
That's how well trained he is. He disappears. He knows to stay exactly where he is until we find him. Only if we can train kids to search. Oh, there we go. He's back on Matt's glove. Okay, he's coming back to the arena.
No, these ones.
Okay, we're going to move on to a bird you find in the northern parts of America. We're going to move on to a bird that's also one of our rescues. He goes by the name of Diego. He's a frugenous hawk. Some of you may have looked at him earlier while he was on our stand. You may have pronounced it as a Farragonis hawk, but you do in fact pronounce it as frugenous. Now, frugeness does mean rusty. You are going to notice that by the coloration of this bird's back. I can't stand in front of that. Yeah, just off the back. Okay. Right. You're going to stay with us. This is the flying arena. Yeah, so we don't want you to scare the people that are sunbathing in that direction. We don't want you to terrorise the local wildlife. We want you to stay inside this arena. Yeah? Can you manage that? Good lad. So you will find this bird in the northern parts of America. You're going to find this bird all the way up to Alaska. He will live in places where it sees an awful lot of snow. Take a very good look at this bird. You can see with the coloration, he's very, very white on his chest. If you actually look at the coloration of this bird's back though, you can see he's got some lovely broken dark colours. You can see he's got some lovely blacks, he has some browns, and he also has some rusty colours, hence the name of frugenous. Because like I say, it does mean rusty, hence the coloration of his back. Now this actually helps him, the front of him helps him, and so does the back for camouflage. When this bird's in the northern parts of America, and he's sat on the floor, he is actually sat in the snow, he's going to blend in. He's going to blend in perfectly with those surroundings. Now if you go further south, but still looking at the north, but you head a bit further south, a bit past, a bit further down from Alaska, this bird's going to live in woodland, he's going to live in the trees. So have a look at the coloration of his back, it's those dark broken colours. So as soon as this bird sits in a tree, once again, no, he needs to let go of the glove as well. He is again going to be nice and camouflaged, once more blend in with his surroundings. Now there is a vast amount of koi this bird's going to catch. He's not just going to stick to eating one sort of animal. This bird catches lots of different things. This bird here catches rodents, things like rats. This bird here catches things like rabbits, the same as the Harris hawk, the likes of the jackrabbit. This bird here can also catch hares, so he can go one step further, catch something slightly larger. You would expect that because he is a larger bird of prey. Another thing that this bird catches things like prairie dogs. Again, another one of his favourites. And the last thing that he will eat is things like squirrels. There is lots of those around Bournemouth Garden, so hopefully they are staying high in the trees, and hopefully this bird does not spot them. Like I say, in the wild, it is one of its favourite foods. It is a very, very rich food, that's why these guys love to feed on them. Now obviously squirrels are very quick, they are very nimble in the trees. It does not matter, this may be a large bird, as soon as he's in a woodland, he is very, very agile. He can get through those trees nice and fast. He is pushed because of the squirrels, he does catch them with ease. Now he is going to use his vision to catch his food. His vision is the same as that of the Harris hawk. It is 5 times stronger than a human, so he does have superb vision. Now while you do look at him, you are going to notice he is quite large for a hawk. This bird here is in fact a species of buzzard. Even though he's called the frugenous hawk, he is a species of buzzard, just like our European buzzard. It is a member of the Buteo family. Now this bird here is the largest member of that Buteo family. There's nothing bigger in that family than the Fruginus. But believe it or not, this bird was once classed as an eagle. Many years ago when they were classed an eagle, it was the smallest member of that family. As soon as they got reclassified into the Buteo family, they are now the largest. Now this bird was once believed to be an eagle because of the size of his gait. Now that is the size of the bird's mouth and beak. Have a really good look at this Fruginus today, have a look at his beak. So have a look at the mouth, you're going to see it finishes just past the eye. Any eagle that you look at on the planet, their gait finishes just past the eye. That's why this guy was classed eagle, also because of the size. But as soon as they started to learn a lot more about birds of prey, over the last 20 years people have really started to study all different species of birds of prey and really try and work out what birds are about. And it works out that this is actually closer to our European buzzard than it is an eagle. So that's why these guys got reclassified and they are now a member of that Buteo family. Now we're going to do one last flight with Diego before he gets fat and happy, because once he's fat and happy he does sit in a tree. So if you guys be kind enough, give this bird a massive round of applause. We're going to pop him away. We're going to move on to the newest member of our flying team.
What's that? Okay. It's interesting, the big birds. You can't change it now. Check after. Look, there is one of this one.
Now.
You can play with this sometimes and that sometimes.
Then?
It's better.
Then?
You can swap it. It doesn't need to be the same. Well, you play with both of them sometimes and let you play with both of them sometimes.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, we're going to move on to the newest member of our flying team. Now, for those of you that actually saw our demonstration yesterday, you've learned a few things about this now. You would have known his name is called Franklin. And this guy is our newest rescue. He is 3 years old. He is a spectacle. Now, with us calling him Franklin, I'm going to call him Frank for short. Yesterday was the first time that he has ever flown away from our centre. We actually filmed the training line yesterday. Because he flew so well, I've made the decision to fly his bird free today. So this is going to be his first free flight away from our centre. Now Frank, we're going to do just like we did yesterday. So first of all, you're going to look at me. No, I'm not that direction.
How is he looking? Look.
No, I'm not that direction.
He's looking everywhere.
Yeah, I know my voice is coming from the... Ah, there we go. So, concentrating, you're going to fly down to this post. It may take a while. Oh no, he's going to do it perfectly the first time. There we go, good boy. Now that's actually his first free flight away from the centre. We've had him for 6 months. He has had a bit of a troubled life. He is 3 years old. You wouldn't actually believe it, but this guy 6 months does not like people. Unfortunately, this bird was actually mistreated by his previous owner. He was not kept in the correct way or in the right way. He came to us very, very taxing condition. This bird, when he first came to us, the first thing I needed to do was put him through a molt. That's where birds, when they lose feathers, they regrow new ones. Now, lucky enough, this bird done this very, very quick. As soon as he molted all those feathers, he regrew some lovely new ones. He began to fly around his enclosure. Now, once he was flying around, we decided to start bonding with him. So I spend every single day with this bird. We handle him all the time. I handle him for as long as I can every day. Every spare minute I have, I work with this guy. Because like I say, 6 months ago, he did not like people. He would not even allow us inside his enclosure. So this is a bird that has now come on leaps and bounds. I have been flying him for the past month, up to around 4 to 6 weeks, back at the centre, but with an empty flying field. 2 days ago, I decided I was going to fly him in our public demonstration at the centre. He did a brilliant job, so I decided to fly him here yesterday. He did a brilliant job again, so today he's now flying free. Come on. It's exactly the same as the first flight, apart from this one's uphill slope. Alright, I'm practicing every time. That's only the 4th time we've had around. Still not too sure how to make out of that around. So I do. You're going to turn around? Yeah, we're going to fly back down the other end. It's downhill glide. Yeah, it's downhill glide. That's the easier flight. Now this is another bird that you will find in America. You find these guys in Central America, throughout South again. These guys actually live in the rainforest. They live on the edge of the rainforest. There's a vast amount of quarry that these guys can once more catch. A bird of this size is smaller than now, would mainly feed on rodents, things like rats and also mice. But there is many other things that he can catch. His favourite thing to catch is a monkey. This guy likes to catch smaller monkeys. It's like marmosets. So they're very, very small species of monkey. They're a very agile monkey. They stay in the canopies of the trees. So these guys live high within those trees. They live very high in the trees. And he's also agile. He's agile just like that of the hawk. He can weave in and out through those woodlands. He can catch his favourite food. This is a bird that can also catch bats. He can catch bats on the wing. So like I say, it is a very agile bird of prey. Now he is also a daytime hunter. This is a bird that would naturally fly through the daytime. Lots of people do look at all your different species of owls. They do believe that all your owls are nocturnal. They believe all your owls only ever fly and hunt through the night time. But believe it or not, owls are split into 3 hunting categories. You have a daytime hunter, a diurnal hunter. You have a hunter, so that's the nocturnal one. You have a crepuscular hunter, one that does both. One that flies early morning and late evening. Every single one of you here today can see the difference between your 3 different hunting categories just by looking at the owls. The way you do it is by the coloration of the owl's eyes. Have a really good look at Frank. Look at his eyes. You can see, you're going to see their lovely yellow colour. This bird is the diurnal hunter, so the one that flies through the daytime. Every owl that has a yellow eye is the daytime hunter. An owl like a barn owl and a tawny owl has a dark eye. The eye looks jet black from a distance. If you get approach those species of birds, you're actually going to notice the eye is incredibly dark brown. Those ones are nocturnal, they fly at night time. The owls with an orange eye, these are large eagle owls and small Scots owls. They have the orange eye, they're the crepuscular hunters. They do both, they fly early morning and late evening. There is an easier way for all of you to remember the information. You don't even need to remember the words of nocturnal, diurnal and crepuscular. All you need to do is remember the coloration of our sky. You're actually going to match the colour of the sky with the colour of the owl's eye. Now through the daytime, just like today, we have the sun. The sun is out, the sun is yellow. Have a look at your owls that fly at that time, they have the yellow eye. Now at night time, our sky is very dark brown. Have a look at all the owls that fly at that time, they have the dark eye. Through the summer months, so you're looking at early morning, late evening through the summer months, our sky we have the sunset and sunrise. The sunset and sunrise is orange. Have a look at your owls at that time, they have the orange eye. So it's the easiest way you guys can remember. So like I say, don't remember those words of nocturnal, diurnal and crepuscular, just remember the colour of the sky, match it with the colour of the owl's eye. Now we are going to do one last flight with Frank. We are not going to push him too hard here today. He has done an incredible job. We don't want to leave all the birds. We've got one more flight. Frank. Have a little work on here. Space this out. Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on. One more bird. You can't stay up to the last one. It's a bit smaller. Frank. There you go, you guys. Try not to give Frank here a massive round of applause. And we are going to finish off this display with most of the favourite. Again, this is the first, and we're going to move away from it and try and fly back to it. I've got to open the pouch. Wait, you can't go in the pouch, you wait there.
Wait there.
Wait till you get to the other end. Come on, you know the score. Right, you gonna let me get further away? Because this is a flying demonstration, so they want to see the longest flights possible. Yeah? You understand? Okay, so we're going to finish. We are going to finish off this demonstration with Casper. Everyone loves to see this guy. One, because he's British. Two, because he's almost pure white in colour. This bird on my glove is a barn owl. He is a male barn owl. We can tell this because of the coloration. We can tell this by the coloration of this bird's chest. With little Casper, if you look at his chest, you are going to notice it is pure white within colour. If you see a barn owl in our country, one, you are very lucky, but two, if it's got the white chest, you are looking at a male barn owl. If the barn owl has tiny little black speckles all down the front of that chest, you will be looking at a female. So your male bird's pure white, your female's tiny, tiny little black speckles. Now, if you do see these birds at a distance, please don't run up to them. Please do not disturb them, leave them well alone. But if you do accidentally see one up nice and close, like I say, you can now tell whether they are male or female. Now, this is a bird in our countryside is having a rather hard time. And that's because this bird, brave being the barn owl, he needs a barn to live in. The barn is going to create a perfect habitat for this owl. Perfect home. It's a perfect home for two reasons. Firstly, it shelters this bird here from the rain. This is a bird of prey that is not waterproof, it is only water resistant. So with this bird sitting in the barn, he's sheltered from the rain. Your barn has a roof. The second thing that's going to happen, the farmers are going to store all of their crop. They're going to bring in the things like the wheat, the barley, the hay and the straw. They place that inside the barn where this guy is living. As soon as it gets placed inside the barn, it attracts this bird's favourite food. Remember, that is rodents, things like rats and also mice. So that means everything this bird needs is within inside that barn. For food source, he's also sheltered from the British weather. Because obviously when it rains in our country, it doesn't rain for one day, it rains for 2 days. So this guy needs that shelter. Now, unfortunately, what we do as Mando is we look at a barn, we decide it's going to make a great barn conversion. So we actually convert that barn into a house for ourselves. As soon as we knock that barn down, we make a home for ourselves. We push him out of his perfect habitat. We push him into the roadways. We push him into the countryside. Once he is there, this bird is not lasting too long. And that's because of the amount of rain we see within Britain. As soon as it starts to rain, remember he's not waterproof, so he's going to get wet. As soon as this guy gets wet, being a bird of prey, he cannot fly. When you can't fly, you can't find food. It does not matter what animal or creature you are, if you cannot find food, unfortunately you starve. That is what's happening to a lot of the barn owls within our countryside. Now, a lot of people do say to us all the time, if this is happening to this bird, and it is now a bird that's on a decline at such a quick rate, that they believe in the next 20 years, you are not going to see this bird in our countryside. You're only going to find it in centres like ours back in Ringwood. And that would be a shame for future generations not to see this bird of prey out in the wild. So people say to us, can we not do breeding schemes? Here's what birds of prey. They're doing it for the like of the white-tailed seals up in Scotland. They're doing it for the ospreys all the way down, only just down in Poole. And they're also doing it for the golden eagles up on the edge of Wales and also Scotland. Why can't we do it for the barn owls? Why can't we breed and release these back out into the countryside? Unfortunately, there is not enough habitat to support the barn owls that are already out there, let alone start releasing any more. So if we did start breeding and releasing this bird, we put it into the countryside, those ones that you release, they really would not survive. So there's a good reason for us not doing the breed and release scheme. Now, one thing we can do, and one thing that we are doing, and we are doing it as a centre, because back at Liberties we are a charity, we are a massive rescue centre, we do a lot for the conservation of birds of prey. We do a lot for our British barn owl, we do a lot for our wild kestrels, we also do a lot for our little owls. They're all birds in our country that do need our help because of the lack of habitat, the lack of places for these guys to go. Now with the barn owls, we run a nest box project. It's all funded through you guys coming through our doors to through donations that we've received today and over the weekend, and donations we received in the past through people coming through our doors. It all goes to the Nest Box project and other schemes that we have going back to the centre. But we actually go out to farms throughout the winter months. Throughout November and December, I personally go to farms. I fit boxes in free of charge to the farmers. It's all funded by us back at the centre. We build the boxes back on site. Once again, I do that part. Once the box is built, I go to the farmers. I go and start fitting these boxes free of charge. That fits around that countryside, around Hampshire and Dorset. It gives these guys an alternative place to then obviously live. We currently have around 20 boxes up around Hampshire and Dorset. We are very lucky to say we have over 80% of those boxes filled by barn owls. This year, most of those boxes have produced chicks. We also work very close with Natural England. All of those chicks get run, they go onto an international database. We can keep an eye on where those birds are actually going. If they end up in another box around our country, some of them have gone as far as Europe. Some of them have been found all the way out in France. I do not blame them, it is a warmer country, but they have been found all the way out there just because of the rings we are placing on these birds' legs. So like I said, there is a massive nest box project going on. We are involved with it, and like I said, all funded through donations we receive, and also people visiting us back at the centre. Now this isn't the only bird we help. We also do the boxes for kestrels and also little owls. We also help other birds breed throughout the world. Back at the centre, we actually breed in critically endangered vultures. This year we have bred 3 hooded vultures, also a turkey vulture. Our white-headed vulture we have brought here for you today, back on our stand Mowgli. She actually has a male come in, so she can pair up with him next August. It is a bird that's critically endangered out in the wild. Again, they need our help. The youngsters are going back out into the breeding programs, and one time in the future, hopefully, at some point, they can then be released back out in the wild to help their numbers once more grow. Now, we don't only do the conservation for birds of prey, we also help bees. Everyone knows how important bees are to our planet, for obviously moving around and obviously collecting the pollen. We actually plant obviously flowers around our centre, wild flowers. We have beehives on site. We do have honey, we only have a few jars left. We do actually have local honey that comes from our beehives that we have back at our centre. We currently have 7 beehives. We have hopefully 10 being in June. We are hopefully going to have 10 by the end of December, and hopefully we are going to have a few more installed next year. So like I said, we do lots for conservation, not just for birds of prey, but also other animals as well. So please do come out and see us at the centre. We will be back here tomorrow as well, same place, and we do have 10 different species of birds with us here at the air show. But if you guys will be kind enough to give this bird a round of applause, because he is going to be the last one we are going to play for you. And what I want you guys to remember before you do leave is we are Liberty's Owl, Raptor and Reptile Centre, not too far from 160 birds, massive rescue centre, only based down in Ringwood. Hopefully one day we are going to see you out at the centre. If not, if you are here over the weekend, we're just down here to my left, and like I say, we do have a selection of birds of prey. So I really like to thank you for your time, thank you all for coming around the edge here at the stick. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves, hopefully you've learned a few things. Enjoy the rest of your evening, enjoy the rest of the air show, and hopefully we're going to see you at the centre one day, so thank you.